It is the Decade in Review. This is 1989 of his life. Let's go.
It's been about 3 months now since Michael asked me to announce that he really is serious about not doing any more concert tours by the time he finishes the last show of his record-breaking world tour last weekend at the Sports Arena.
It isn't. It isn't, don't worry. Oh God, this guy. I'm sorry, but this guy looks really dodgy looking man with the moustache. Yeah. January 89. You know, he still had so much energy. He still had, that enthusiasm. Even though he had done so many concerts at this point, he still brought everything out with him. And I love that.
Seeing how drained and exhausted he gets from what he gives on stage at every one of the 123 shows he's played to 4.5 million people during the past year and a half, Michael's decision is more understandable.
Yeah, it took a lot out of him, but still amazing. All of them was spectacular, you know?
So, Michael says his new focus will be performances he can preserve, recordings and movies mainly, like Moonwalker, already the biggest selling musical tape in home video history.
You've been hit by a smooth criminal.
But still, nobody nowadays does live performance better than Michael Jackson.
Yep. Never did afterwards either.
As Michael Jackson was taking his last bow, ending what could have been the last live concert of his life.
Love you, California!
Love his smile.
Aren't you going to miss this kind of thing, that energy? The audience is going crazy out there. How are you going to stay away from it?
I don't know. It is my last one.
Are you really never going to do another one?
No, that's it.
He said no, but... Yeah. 5 years. He is the
I'd like
king.
to give his award to him, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jackson.
Oh, I loved watching this with Eddie Murphy. This was great. It was the mic stand. I don't know if it's this part. Yeah, I've watched this, Michael.
Thank you very much, Eddie Murphy.
He had to,
Could you lift that up, please?
lean down. Yeah! Can you lift that up? And then the next time he did that, he made sort of a joke out of it. I gotta love Eddie Murphy. Leave Me Alone. It's my favourite song of Michael, I think, at the moment. That, along with We're Here to Change the World. It's close. Some days it's this one, other days it's We're Here to Change the World. It's my favourite song. Frank is fired. Right, okay. Right, oh right, okay. Has dismissed Frank, his colourful manager, spokesman and confidant. Oh, right. Oh, okay. So goodbye, Frank. I think that he was all right of a guy, but I mean, it must have been a right decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1989 Heritage Award, and in my estimation, the true king of pop, rock and soul, Mr. Michael Jackson.
First time he was ever called the King of Pop. Iconic man.
First, I'd like to thank God who makes all things possible. I thank Bill Bray, John Branca, the Epic family, Walter Yetnikoff, and Larry Stesso and Glenn Brunman. I love you. Thank you very much.
The nominees for Best R&B Urban Contemporary Single by a Male are...
For the Best R&B Urban Contemporary Music Video, Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson. And the winner is Michael Jackson!
Man in the Mirror,
Michael Jackson!
This was great. I did enjoy it.
Thank you again. I want to thank everybody who worked on these wonderful projects. I'd like to thank you, the public. Thank you very much. I love you.
He never ever had that much to say in these. They're very, very short. It's like he just thanks a few people, he thanks God, and then he's gone. It's like there isn't that much happening. It's like the best thing about it was that he was collecting these rewards for, Man in the Mirror, and it makes sense. I mean, look at all them awards, man.
This album marks the 25th anniversary of the Jacksons' first performance in Gary, Indiana, and the entire family had a hand in its production, including all of the children.
What?
Has there ever been a time when you've had to say, forget all the success, the money, the celebrity, and remember that we are just family?
Yes, there have been many times when situations like that come about, and what's important to us is the fact that we had each other before success. No matter how far we go as far as success or in the situation in this family, you have different members who have different heights of success, and still, but what started it all was the Jacksons.
If you are Michael Jackson, you cannot walk around in public.
Right, okay, pause. I didn't get that. That wasn't a Michael Jackson album. That was the Jacksons, right? Was that their last ever thing, or what? I don't know what was happening there. I think that's going to have to be explained. What's 2,300 or whatever? What is that? What is that?
But sometimes even Jackson wants to go shopping, so he wears a disguise. And that's exactly what he did when he went into this shopping mall in Simi Valley, California. The sales clerk at Zales noticed a suspicious character who seemed to be wearing a disguise.
Tell me what you thought about this whole thing. It must have been pretty funny out there having Michael Jackson.
It was funny, but it was also a little bit frightening. I mean, if he would have been wearing his glove, we would have known who he was.
It was a little bit frightening. If he was wearing his white sequined glove, we know who he was. He's got all kinds of disguises. I've watched an interview where he talks about it, and he says that he could even fool his own mother with some of his disguises. Like he'd rather go out and just try to be unknown. But even then, he's getting recognized, which is quite funny.
When you first knew you had AIDS?
13.
That's when because I remember seeing that on the television. And these people in this new town, how are they treating you?
Great. They really accepted me with open arms. Just treat me like I was any other person there.
Damn.
Perseverance and your will to want to live is one of the things that have, if you survive so long, when so many other AIDS patients have died.
Try to think, I plan what I'm going to do when I get out.
Yeah, so you're saying your mind has a lot to do with your health.
Everything.
That's great inspiration for a lot of sick people to know that.
Is this a Mustang?
Yeah, it's a funny car, like.
This one looks like it's like a racer one.
That's insane. That is, wow. That's really like, that's so nice of Michael to go and to talk to the kid. That's not. It's not nice. And did they say something about sending him a Mustang? Did I read that right? Victim suspects Michael Jackson sent him a Mustang. Am I reading that right? A new red Mustang? White, a 17-year-old AIDS victim, Ryan White here, picked up his new car last week and was told it was a gift from a mysterious benefactor. Well, I mean, who else could blooming send a Mustang? I mean, a red Mustang. I mean, oh, come on. It's got to be blooming Michael Jackson, isn't it? But that's insane. Celebrities, right? If they was going to send something to somebody, it would be televised. It wouldn't be a mysterious benefactor. It would be like, oh yeah, that was Justin Bieber or whatever sending you a car. I wouldn't do that, but you know, it was Justin Bieber sending you a car. Just to let you know. Oh, and all these TV crew are here to actually film him handing over the keys. You know, it would just be a whole spectacle thing. Michael did it just out of the kindness of his heart. Just such a kind man. Just wanted to say it. Wow. Amazing.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be part of the LA Gear Magic, and I hope we have a very rewarding, successful career. Thank you.
Mr. Research School. Auditorium. 89. I love what he's wearing here as well. All his bad stuff. So good. He's old school.
It's an honor to present this plaque to you on behalf of the parents and faculty, past and present, of Gardner School, as a token of our respect and our love for you, not only as a performer, but as a fine human being. Wow.
I am deeply touched and honored that the PTA, principal, and faculty members and students have been so kind as to dedicate the auditorium where I sat as a child in my honor. Amazing. We must all never forget that the children are our future, and without them, mankind would become extinct.
This is true. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, first play, they sound like it. Wow. Wow, okay.
We're fondly remembered last night.
I like that he went back to his old school to go and open the auditorium. I love that. I love that he don't forget where he came from, and that's nice. That's
people that you and I know as stars, but to Sonny Davis Jr., they're just fun. I love them.
Oh, wait, that is that. I watched the song where he sings to him, and he's sitting in the front row, and he goes up and he hugs him in the end. Is that the one? It cut out. It wasn't me. It just cut out.
No, don't you play a note of it. We're gonna play Party all the time.
It's Michael Jackson, if you didn't know. If you didn't know.
We have something that we'd like to present to Eddie, and I'll let Michael tell you the rest.
Presented to the king of comedy, Eddie Murphy, the greatest comedian of all time, the king.
Do you know, I love Eddie Murphy, man. He really is one of my most favorite comedians, along with Jim Carrey. I also love Jim Carrey. You know, it's just some people who just really make me laugh, and yeah. Eddie Murphy's one of them.
We got to give you this. Wait, 1 minute. Just wait right there.
Michael Award.
Wait, look, go get it.
Well, stay with Michael. Don't leave.
Oh, okay.
Stay with Michael. Don't leave him.
MTV sent this over. I don't know if you know about this, but
The Viewers Award for Michael Jackson for the greatest video in the history of all videos, Thriller.
Oh, yes, of course. Thriller, amazing.
You know, like, I'm in this business, but that's one person when he's around, I'm still like, I don't know what to say now. It's like, you want to go home now. It's like the show is over. Boy, I'm still like, I'm still shaking.
So while the rest of us grew 10 years older in the 80s, Michael Jackson seemed to remain just about what he had always been. Talented, unorthodox, elusive, childlike, consummate showman.
I like that. I like that she said childlike. I like that she said childlike and not childish. That's nice. That's a nice thing to hear.
Unorthodox.
Sorry.
Elusive, childlike, consummate showman, wonderful singer, dazzling dancer, the most important entertainer of the decade.
Jackson has sold $625 million in records alone for the 1980s. If you figure in concerts, merchandise, and other holdings, a good guess would put him over $1 billion.
$1 billion. Amazing. I think that if you're going to sum up the entire 80s, it was a very good decade for him. He did a lot. He did the Bad Tour. He did Thriller. He done... it's just so much amazingness. All just I don't know. It's just all condensed into like 10 years. An amazing 10 years for Michael Jackson. I'm up 89 though. It wasn't bad. I mean, it's just some of the stuff that people were saying. It's just still echoing in my mind the way that he was treated, And he gave a Mustang to an AIDS victim, to someone who's got AIDS. It just melts your heart how generous this man was. It really melts your heart. And they talk about his pet chimpanzee, and that is weird. I'd say that is quirky. I wouldn't say it's weird. It's quirky. It's nice. It's something that not many other people do, right? And just the way that he was received all around the world, all of these different countries, different states, or wherever he went around the world, he always had like a massive following, like thousands of people just huddling in, trying to see him, trying to touch him, and it's just mania. It is like a Michael mania going on. It's like he brings that magic, and people felt it throughout the 80s, and I'm feeling it even more. It's like it gives me a new appreciation of what he had to go through. What was his life